What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. We're going to be covering the SoFi stock today and also covering the overall market. Now that we are at the end of 2021, you really don't have to ask yourself why the market is red or why the market is down or why certain companies are just getting annihilated. There's two headlines going back and forth: inflation, COVID, inflation, COVID. I told you guys specifically after the Powell meeting that all the fears were, surrounded on the inflation headline. And now that we know rates will most likely move up in the next 2 to 3 months, the media has now switched over to the COVID headline, absolutely destroying the market, the past week, specifically today, annihilated in the open at Monday. You need to be embracing these opportunities because these fears will not last forever. There is a lot of money on the sidelines. You have to understand a lot of these, high quality growth names have pulled back 40 to 50%, and there is billions and billions of dollars on the sideline. I believe, once the new year gets started, which is literally around a week or so away, we're going to see some of these high quality names such as a SoFi, a Square, a PayPal get massive inflows back into those names. So now is the time to be accumulating the companies that you truly believe in where the fundamentals have not changed. And specifically talking about SoFi stock, you can see on the YouTube platform, if you search the SoFi stock, the Stock Goat is the #1 channel covering the SoFi stock right now. So if you want the high quality information and breaking news, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get the channel past 10,000 subscribers. Be sure to smash the like button. Let's try and get the video past 1,500 likes for the YouTube algorithm. And be sure to drop a comment. Are you loading up SoFi stock this week? My buy recommendations for anybody that's investing in the market is try to buy once per week, at least once every 2 weeks. Don't try to buy every single day because you will run out of cash. Just buy once a week on a Friday or once every 2 weeks on a Friday. That's the best method I can give you to dollar cost average down on these massive sell-offs. Let's get into the video. We can see here that Citi initiates SoFi. A buy, says struggling fintech stock can rebound back to 20. Of course, CNBC has to twist the headline, on the buy rating. I believe this is a Jim Cramer headline, struggling fintech stock. The company is not struggling at all. The stock is struggling. So I believe this was just one of those CNBC, manipulations to just, do a reverse psychology into people's brains, kind of washes away the Citi buy initiation. You see these things all the time on CNBC. I believe this is total BS. SoFi stock is absolutely killing it. And this $20 buy rating is actually very important because this is the second big bank that is behind SoFi. You have to understand, $20 from our price closing today, that's 40% upward movement. You can see here, Citi analyst Ashwin S. initiated coverage of SoFi Technologies with a buy rating at a $20 price target. So guys, this is the gentleman that interviewed Anthony Noto, on the fireside chat, and he was, pretty impressed. But it's, some of the comments that, Anthony Noto was making was kind of like, threats at these big banks. Even with those threats initiated that, Anthony Noto said he wants all of the big banks' accounts, all 500 million of them. They even back behind SoFi with a $20 price target. I mean, this is the managing director of Citi. And I truly believe you should be taking advantage of these massive dip opportunities and these high quality growth names. This is the reason why the market is down. Just look, you type in COVID, guys, CNN, New York Times, USA Today, Fox News, Wall Street. The fear is high in the market with this, this variant, okay? It is scaring the crap out of people, and people are pulling their money out of the stock market, specifically retail. I believe big money is just sitting on the sideline waiting for, tax harvesting to be completed, and they're going to come in maybe the last week of December or right at the beginning of the year and clean up these high quality names with 30 to 40% pullbacks. The Russell 2000 was actually down 3% today once again. But if you click, that, 6-month chart and you go off the high, guys, we were down almost, 13% today at one point at the low. So this index, the small caps have corrected 13%, while other indexes like the NASDAQ are right around 6%, I believe, possibly 7%. So guys, there's been a massive corrections in these small cap names, hundreds and hundreds of SPACs under $10 range. High quality names out there. SoFi is one of those companies holding up today inside of the market. Just take a look at some of the names inside of the market today: Peloton, Rivian, Rocket Mortgage, Robinhood, Palantir, Upstart, Lucid, Square. I mean, 5%, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, and additional other companies have got annihilated today. This has been a nonstop pullback. I mean, pretty much the entire second half of the year for some of these growth names. These dip opportunities, you need to be investing in your companies that you have the highest conviction in. And when you have big banks like Morgan Stanley and Citi giving you price target upgrades, while other companies like, Square have got neutrals and other cloud companies are getting downgrades, this is the time to be buying SoFi right now on these pullbacks. So taking a look at the charts today with that, Citi upgrade today, SoFi stock rallied up almost 3.5%. Slow bled the entire day, all the way back down to 1450. A little bit of a, pump into the end of the day and then a sell off the last hour. I mean, guys, this is absolutely incredible. This is a true roller coaster. I believe you should be buying at least once per week. I'm going to try and buy this Friday at the end of the week if we are still under the $15 range. My average in all of my accounts is, right around, 1580, 1590, I believe. So I've been averaging down since $22. And that's what you got to do. You need a dollar cost average because no one can time the bottom on these types of, high growth stocks. But if we look at the 1 year chart, I mean, we have a triple mountain, triple bottom at these $14 ranges, guys. And we should be able to break through all-time highs of $28 with a bank charter license. I mean, you're getting upgrades from Citi to $20, which is 40% move from here without a bank charter license. They could easily upgrade their price target, to $28 when you get those other, analysts like Mizuho and Oppenheimer and Jeffries, those guys can most likely come in over $35 with a bank charter license. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and SoFi is performing after that investor presentation that they put out back in November 2020. On the investor presentation, SoFi specifically told you as a retail investor over a year ago that they were on track to hit 3 million members in 2021. 3 million members. Remember, guys, they just finished out their Q3 with the NFL not even in full force at 2.9 million members. Guys, if we hit a record member growth quarter in the 400 to 500,000 range, SoFi will be at nearly 3.4 million members heading into 2022 with student loan refinancing coming back in full force. This could be a massive boost in their revenue projections. I know their revenue projections, they were predicting around $1.5 billion for next year, but guys, with an additional 500,000 members almost added to the platform just for 2021, heading into Super Bowl, this could give us an easy 200 million to 300 million, revenue boost with the cross buying that SoFi is doing. That's why I keep telling people I believe SoFi's, revenue projections are going to be much higher than they're putting out for you because they are surpassing their members of 3 million, drastically. It could be over 400,000. We're going to get those numbers in February, but I believe they're going to hit a record, member growth this quarter over 400K. So as you can see, they're predicting, 1.5 billion in revenue next year. If you add an additional 400,000 members with the cross buying that they're getting, I believe this could get into the 1.7 to 1.8 billion range. And if you do the math, our market cap is right around, maybe 12 billion, 11.5 billion right now. We're trading right around 7 times sales for projections of 2022 sales. Now, 7 times sales on a company growing, right around 50 to 60%, that is absolutely stellar in this market because even these other companies on these pullbacks are still trading at 30, 40, 50 times sales, guys. Even 20 times sales, guys. If we're at 7 times sales, to get to 20 times sales, the company's stock would have to pull a near triple. And also, adjusted EBITDA is going to start getting crazy next year. It says 254 million, but if we get the bank charter license, this is going to become a company getting close to profitability much faster, guys. 447 million EBITDA projections. You can look at dozens and dozens of growth stocks names. Some of these companies aren't even, positive EBITDA yet. So we are going to become a real player in the financing world next year as a, high quality technology company. If we get a bank charter license, this stuff is serious. So guys, we now have 8 analysts. This is getting really bullish for me, guys. I mean, no sells, 2 holds, 6 buys. I mean, I'm talking by the end of next year, There could be over 15 analysts covering this stock. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of analysts pumping this one up if they get a bank charter license. I think this number easily goes over $35, with a bank charter license. You're going to probably get 3 out of the 8 coming over 35. So we're easily going to get into the 35 plus range next year, possibly through mid-year. The lowest price targets are $19 and $20. So with a bank charter license, I believe those upgrades are going to come in over 25 to 28. So you got analysts that are all bullish right now, but you have some analysts coming in extremely bullish and some are coming in mildly bullish. Still $20 from the price target we're at right now of 14.5 is extremely bullish. That's 40% upside, to get to $20 right now. Once again, guys, I'm not trying to do a super pump video on this bank charter license, but you guys can see it. This is going to be extremely profitable for SoFi in the near future, specifically 2022. There's no time horizon on this from the CEO, but we should be getting close because we are coming up on 14 months of preliminary approval. And we know there's been major setbacks with, lawsuits, Golden Pacific acquisition. This stuff is going to get solved very soon. We know that the OCC loves these fintech innovative companies charging no fees and making it easier for customers to grow their wealth over time. These big banks are in for a real challenge, and it's really bullish when you get companies like Morgan Stanley and Citibank bullish on the company at these levels, with $20 to $24 price targets. That's 40 to 60% upside from here right now at these levels. So the best thing to do is keep accumulating every 1 to 2 weeks when you can. Don't think these prices are going to last forever. We are in extreme FUD right now with, high inflation and COVID fears. And the big money is going to step in sooner or later because there is billions and billions of dollars on the sidelines after these tech names have pulled back, anywhere from 30 to 60% these past couple of months. There's literally possibly trillions of dollars on the sidelines right now, guys. So understand these dips are going to be bought up very soon. You cannot time the market, but SoFi does have strong support in the 14s. We had a major correction early morning the other day where SoFi dipped into the 1360, 1370 range. It lasted for like 2 minutes. Once again, $14 is strong support. So these are the levels you should be loading up, for the future if you plan on holding this company for the long term. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.